supposed to imagine your portfolio being around 4,500 or 5,000. And you wake up, it's 5 a.m., and you're about to do some stock market research. And you go into your portfolio account, into your Robinhood account, and you see there's a 30% drop at 5 a.m. So at this moment, your heart's rushing. You don't know what's happening. The stock market hasn't even opened yet. And I mean, the possibilities of a crash happening are very unlikely. You're well diversified. You don't have too many of your eggs in one basket, and you wake up to a 29% drop, and then it keeps readjusting, and then it says it's a 57% drop, and it does this all day to a point. So I had this portfolio that was worth around 4,500, which was another dividend growth portfolio on Robinhood, and I started it a long time ago when I first began investing. And although Robinhood is not the best brokerage to invest with when it comes to dividend investing, I started with them for a really long time, and I was hanging on, waiting for them to come up with a dividend reinvesting program, a DRIP, if you want to call it that. And basically, I just hanged around there waiting for that to come up. So here, I withdraw all the balance out of Robinhood just because of what happened with that. Now, did I did I overreact it? I don't think I did, because Robinhood has these tiny issues that become big things. I mean, just last week they were in the news spot with they had a glitch that allowed a trader or traders to take positions with only about four, maybe $15,000, and use about 1 million dollars or margin to buy stocks. And this was all over the news. If you, I mean, it happened around November sooner. I mean, later before November 5th. Then it was published on November 5th, and basically it was just a trader that was able to use around $1 million worth of margin to trade stocks. And the cheat code, or whatever, the glitch to this thing, was being shared on this media site called Reddit. I'm not sure if it's pronounced that way. So yeah, basically it's just a normal person, like, just using 4,000 or $5,000, and wanted to use some margin, and there was a glitch that allowed him to use over 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 $500,000 on margin to trade, which that shouldn't be allowed, because first of all, you're using more than what you have, and using that type of amount would, I mean, I don't even know what was going through the person's mind when they did this. You have $1 million in margin able to use. What do you do? Well, obviously this guy decided to trade it, and I think a few people made money off of it, actually. But I mean, I don't in this situation, you don't really know who to blame. I mean, definitely Robinhood's at fault, but then there's also the person that used the leverage. Uh, um, I'm sure that it was. I'm sure that they fully knew, or at least understood, the consequences of using money that you don't have. Now, all this happened all last week. It was on the news, and regulators, I don't think they have acted yet. Maybe they will. They will soon. I'm not sure. I haven't read up on it too much, but that wasn't really that. I mean, looking at something like this, your broker having glitches that allow people to use $1 million in margin, that's not really a good thing. Although it doesn't really concern you on whatsoever. It's not like it was your money, or they were able to use that amount, and it was Robinhood's fault. So then so then here's the thing about dividend investing in Robinhood. search now. You know what? We don't even have to search over here. We can go all the way down here. We can go to the dividend yield on Abby. Adby. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. And overall, I mean, the information here is pretty accurate. The only thing that's inaccurate, extremely, it's the dividend yield. Now, the dividend yield is 4.28%. Now, this is when you search. This is what happens. This is Abby stock when you search it on Google. The actual yield is 5.32%. So if you were actually looking for a stock on Robinhood and you're looking at, oh well, this is a great valued company with trading at a 17 with a P ratio of 7 or 10 or 11, and you see it has a 5% dividend yield, and you can say it's undervalued, and you're deciding your decisions through Robinhood. Well, now you just made a big mistake because Robinhood does not have this information updated. You can go to another different stock. Let's try P&E or PepsiCo. You can go to PepsiCo, and the dividend yield on PepsiCo is 3.25%. Even I know that that is not the correct yield amount. The Pepsi stock is yielding because I PepsiCo is in one of my portfolios. PepsiCo is yielding about 2.8%, and I don't even have to search that. 2.85%. So that was one of the main reasons. Now the other reason that I really did not like is the fact that when you get a dividend paid, here you can see the dividends that I did receive, and also my deposits deposits as well. So let me just filter out the dividends, and we go up here. I received around in November. I received around almost $20 worth in dividends, and because Robinhood doesn't have a reinvesting program or drip, I wasn't able to reinvest those dividends. So those dividends I had to keep there and wait till I got more dividends to purchase one of these stocks. And none of my stocks are sincerely cheap compared to to the dividend that I'm getting from them. I mean, I can't. My stocks are usually all the stocks that I had at the time here was where things like Abby, Microsoft, Disney are not worth around $20. So I can't really reinvest my dividends without any drip. So that was one of the main reasons. That was the second reason. Now the third reason is that the only way for you to contact Robinhood is by email. And this bothered me the most. Now it's 5 a.m. My portfolio is down around 50%. No unknown reasons why, but at the end I figured it out. It was just a glitch that I had that was going on continuously for hours till 10 a.m. And this was just going on all morning. First thing I did, 5 a.m. I emailed them. First thing I asked was, "What is going on?" Of course, this is email. So I got a response in, I don't know what, when the market opened, which was 8 or 9 a.m. And that just sucked. So first of all, you can call them because you have to talk you want to talk to them to see what's going on. You can't call them; nobody will answer you because there is no number, and you have to email them. Which you're trying to figure out what happened to your portfolio, and you can't call anybody. You have to email them. So I mean, those three things just drove me to just get rid of Robinhood completely. Like that. That's just and instead of creating a dividend reinvesting program, they tried this. They came out with this new cash management, which of course failed a long time before this. This is what they came up with, instead of giving, or I guess you could say, what the investors want. They just came out with more with this, which they failed already because I believe the problem was that they weren't actually FDIC insured. when they first came out with this cash management, and now they're trying it again. So I mean, so that's why I'm completely just done with Robinhood until at least they get a decent customer service, a dividend reinvesting, or fix at least that dividend yield. I'm completely, but I mean, it's a great platform for beginners to start, trading, searching stocks, and it makes everything super easy. You can search your stock here. You can buy your cryptocurrencies for those beginners, which I